Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. And today is a day that's ruled by the third eye and guided by spirit. And the galactic signature of today is the white cosmic mirror energy. And the white mirror energy is an energy that people may remember because it does come up pretty frequently. And so this energy understands that everything is a reflection, right? And that our perspective alters our reality and therefore the reflection of the world that we see. And so today is a day that's really about polishing the mirror of our minds so that we can see as clearly as possible and really looking at where we are operating under illusion, where our own perspective and biases are distorting our view of reality and of the world around us, and how our own internal belief systems are reflected to us by the world outside of us as well. And so really digging deep into that subconscious energy today, really paying attention to our own belief systems, to our own perspectives, to where we may be biased in our understanding of a situation or of anything at all, right? And really seeking to become more pure in the way that we see and view the world as well as ourselves, right? We're always looking not only externally but internally, because internally is where everything else stems from, in the external. And the white mirror energy really understands this. And with this cosmic tone of enduring, transcending, and presence, we're really being asked to be fully present with what we're witnessing, seeing, and understanding today, and to transcend any limiting belief systems, any ways of thinking about and perceiving the world around us that are holding us back and preventing us from really stepping into the fullness of who we are. It's also understanding and holding everybody's right to have the perspective that they have, by understanding that because our reality is a reflection of our own internal truths, nobody's truth is not valid. Everybody's truth is valid for them in their own personal universe. And that's what makes this whole experience so beautiful, is the fact that we have all of these different truths creating this kaleidoscope of possibility. And so really appreciating that in each other and honoring each other's truths today. But also seeking to strip away whatever truths have outlived their purpose so that we can get closer to universal truth. And the affirmation for today is, I endure in order to reflect transcending order. I seal the matrix of endlessness with the cosmic tone of presence. I am guided by the power of spirit. And so what I thought when I was reading that just now was really interesting too. And I thought of this idea that whether we realize it or not, we are also reflections for other people of their own internal belief systems and perspectives. So it's really interesting to understand that we may be reflecting things to other people today and every day, which is really, really fascinating. And we could go down a wormhole with that. We're not going to, but I thought that was just really interesting, the way that came to mind. So today for the astrology, we do have the moon still in the sign of Libra in the final degrees. And so the moon will be shifting into, into Scorpio at some point. As a Cancer rising, there is nothing worse for me than when the moon is in Scorpio. Like, it's just the level of emotional intensity. Cancel, clear, delete. It can be a beautiful experience. It's definitely going to help with delving into the subconscious energy with this white mirror energy later today. So we have that to look forward to. And don't get me wrong, I love Scorpios. I really, really do. My mother is a double Scorpio. However, I also feel for you guys and the intensity of feeling, and just the intensity that you guys have, because it's as a Virgo moon, it's a bit much for me when I feel my Cancer rising feels that Scorpio energy coming around. And it's funny because Pluto is my favorite planet, which is the ruler of Scorpio. So you'd think, but something about it, it's intense. And we do, and hopefully this, let's see here. We'll be moving out of the T-square a little bit, but still within range of it when the moon moves into Scorpio. We have a T-square going on today between the moon, Pluto, and Eris. And so this is a very, very deep energy. This is a very POWER full energy today. This is an energy very much about that subconscious being brought into the conscious, right? We could be feeling very tumultuous as a result of this configuration here. And so we just want to be aware of that, especially where issues of POWER are concerned. Those could very much be TRIGGERINGS today, or just bringing things up within us, rifling things up within our subconscious. And this could have to do with a lot of different aspects, but that absolutely possibly coming into play. And so we just want to make sure that we're not getting caught up in POWER dynamics with people today, that we're noticing those and what those are reflecting to us, what those are showing us, but trying not to engage in that today. On the plus side, another aspect today that I found really interesting and fun is that we have Venus sextile Uranus today. So this is a very creative energy. This is a very inspiring energy. We may feel sort of drawn to the unusual today. We may have unexpected occurrences happening in regards to finances, in regards to relationships, in regards to epiphanies and understandings we have about ourself and self-love, the way that we love and honor ourselves. Like, there's a lot of different ways that energy can show up, but it's a really fun energy, I think. Unless you really hate surprises, then then perhaps it's not. But and then we also have Mercury very conjunct Jupiter right now, moving much deeper into conjunction with Jupiter. They're a degree and a half away, essentially, at this point from each other. And so we're really feeling that there's two ways we can feel that. For one way is that our thoughts are being magnified, and so we do want to pay attention to that and how powerful our thoughts are right now, and really try to harness that power. And we talked about this in the video yesterday, how as our minds become more and more powerful, and we're moving into this, as we move out of third density, we're moving into this arena where we manifest almost instantly. So we're really being taught to train our minds right now, so that we are creating what we want and not more of what we don't want. All right? So this is definitely giving us an opportunity for that, because this energy is very powerful. It's a big, like, making the mind, really expanding that mind energy and its reach. So we can play around with that. We can utilize that today. And we may get some inspired ideas about what it is we want to create, what it is we want to manifest with that Venus sextile Uranus energy. But yeah, playing with that energy, working with our minds, and just knowing and paying attention to the fact that our minds are so powerful right now. And this is also can give us a rather optimistic outlook, right? Jupiter is that, like, that chubby, happy-go-lucky kind of uncle, right? I think it's been a while since I used that description, but I used it once and I really liked it, because that's how I think of him. He's just super jovial, super happy, super rich, you know, loves to slip you $100 bill every now and then when he sees you. You know, it's like that kind of energy. So Jupiter, a very really bringing some positivity to our mental processes today, which is very useful when we have this T-square energy going on, just to be able to have that outlook and just to look at things. And really, like, conversation-wise today, we're able to have conversations with people and really be charming, be fun, be witty, and connect with each other, because we are in that more buoyant, positive mental space as far as that goes. So that's a really great way to... a really great aspect to that energy as well that we're working with today. So lots of good stuff. And that T-square, if we use it appropriately, can be a source of empowerment instead of disempowerment. But it's really showing us possibly areas where we are seeking more empowerment and where we are ready to step up into that. All right. I want to grab Beyond Lemuria card to get us started here. Clear. What guidance do we have for today, March 2nd, 2021? March 2nd, 2021. What do we have going on? What is happening? And let's see. Yeah, we'll take it. We got a lot of chakra cards. We got the high heart chakra on the bottom of the deck. We've got the solar plexus chakra, right? That's that empowerment that we were talking about. We have the ether card, the seamless unspeakable. And then we have the heart chakra, unfurling back to love. And like we said, we have the high heart over here on the bottom of the deck. And the third. Okay, lots of chakras. Lots of chakras. All right. And so, yeah, definitely working with that, strengthening that solar plexus chakra today. Strengthening that heart chakra, really practicing that practice of unconditional love in all of our endeavors today. And really, like, we're in this in-between space, right? We are feeling those energies, and we have been since the full moon of that 3/3 portal that we're having tomorrow. If you guys haven't checked out that video, please do. And so that's how I feel this ether card is us really moving into that portal space and really working with our heart and our solar plexus chakras today. So this is also like merging our will with the will of our hearts, really listening to our hearts and where they're guiding us and where they're wanting to take us as far as like what it is that we're wanting to accomplish. So accomplishing through love today and really allowing our hearts to set the trajectory for where it is that we're trying to go. A lot of times we let our minds set that trajectory, like what makes sense, that kind of thing, right? Because the mind is very linear, it's very logical. However, like where our heart wants to lead us may not make sense, but it's where we're going to find the ultimate fulfillment. So really working with that energy today to see where it is that our hearts are guiding us, where it is that they're wanting to take us. And just really paying attention to that and having the courage to move in the direction that our hearts are calling us to go. Even if it is moving into the unknown, right? With that ether card, I'm feeling that very much. That our hearts are calling us into the unknown, and it may be a little scary, right? Because the unknown is unknown. And we've been trained to not want to go into the unknown, to want to know and understand all the variables of a situation, right? Because we've been led by our minds our whole lives. So really stepping into our heart when we're learning how to follow our hearts, a lot of that is unknown. It doesn't make logical sense. It's a feeling. It's an intuition. It's just a guidance, right? Wow, like all kinds of cards tumbling out right now. We'll see if we're feeling all of these. And more of the chakra cards. Oh my God. But we have evolution coming out. Right? So this is us being called to evolve. This is us. And this is absolutely right. It's that evolution of moving and being led and guided by the heart. That's how we evolve. That's how we grow beyond this third density perception that we have, this third density consciousness, is by leaving behind the mind and being guided by the heart. Right? Utilizing the mind, right? Utilizing the mind the way it's meant to be utilized, but being guided by this heart energy. And also being guided, we have here, so we had the high heart that wanted to come back out. Okay. So all the heart energy, right? And then we also have the third eye chakra. So the intuition, right? Being guided by that higher intuition. It says pineal perspective on here. So really getting that higher perspective from both the intuition and the heart right here. Not here, here, and here. And allowing that to guide us and help us to move forward. And then we have the earth star chakra also come out with that. So being very rooted and grounded at the same time. And also the crystal keys. But I love how this card says initiation. Right? So this is like another level of initiation here as we learn how to do this. And as we learn how to do this, it brings us deeper into alignment. So we're going to read the crystal keys out of the book here. And that's card number 22, interestingly enough. And it is the second today, right? And so this says, hidden wisdom codes, potent information, Lemurian seed crystals. Seeing your triggers as a gift. Awareness of drama creating patterns, healing the earth by looking at your inner environment and healing through awareness. And all of that is very, very powerful when it's being supported by that white mirror energy, right? Which is asking us to do exactly that. Lemurian quartz crystals are special pieces of clear quartz with indented ridges running across them. They are known as seed crystals because they are said to have been found individually buried in sand and earth rather than attached to a larger cluster the way most crystals are. Aware of their oncoming destruction, the Lemurians imbued information about how to avoid a similar catastrophe on crystals and buried them. The ridges on the crystals are believed to be Lemurian inscriptions. These crystals are reappearing now as this knowledge is again relevant. This card is about deciphering wisdom codes. We may wonder how to access information regarding our spiritual growth as we navigate our everyday reality. How do we access that? Intuition, heart, right? This wisdom comes through inner paradoxes, when we are truly present, awed, in creative flow, or in a state of surrender. It may come as riddles and in most unlikely places. Zen Buddhism taps into this using koans, paradoxical statements the mind cannot fathom, to bypass traditional understanding and allow spiritual epiphany and a deeper knowledge of the soul to surface. Key wisdom codes can come to us when we are triggered. They are accessible in those moments when everything becomes more emotional, dramatic, or painful than it needs to be. Here, when light shines on our shadow, we are graced with significant insight into places we can grow and evolve from, although it might take courage and a healthy dose of self-awareness to embrace the wisdom of those moments. It's amazing how much energy, freedom, and expansion comes as a result of deciphering these bubbles of information, tailored especially for us. Sometimes insight is so perfectly constructed within a scenario that it gets right into our most tender spots for the perfect healing. These are potent codes as all personal POWER struggles and ego problems affect the bigger picture of how the world operates. Our shadows are unresolved wisdom codes. Avoidance makes them spiral out to aid in the construction of a world we don't actually want. Both individually and collectively, this is so on point for the energies of today. When we see this information as the gift that it is, we can cultivate presence and begin to see between the lines of our inner workings. The world needs as much light as possible so we do not have a repeat of what happened in Lemuria. Let's allow ourselves to see our shadows as an opportunity to bring more light into our being and heal the world from these dark foundations. Be inspired to find the wisdom hidden in those times when you feel triggered. There is so much information within our raw and intense reactions that when you choose to be present with what is coming up and peel back the layers, great spiritual insight will unveil itself in a way tailored just for you. If we could all learn to see our triggers's in the bigger picture, so much CONFRONTATION and upset would be lessened. POWER struggles and FEAR would diminish, and we would see greater compassion across the planet. Perspective and misunderstanding would shift, and the way people want to be loved would be experienced without distortion. These are the seeds for peace on earth, and that starts with us, right? Peace starts in here, and it radiates outward. All right, I think that we're going to end the Lemuria cards for there, but we are going to pull a couple Keepers of the Light cards to close us out here. Clear. Closing guidance from the Keepers of the Light. And we have Lord Shiva, Transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. And this is with that cosmic tone today. It is all about transcendence, right? So we really are being invited to transcend an older version of ourselves by being aware of our triggers's today, by being aware of that shadow material that's coming up and coming to the surface so that we can heal it and then we can gain the wisdom, right? It contains those wisdom codes. And so it is essential for our growth that we are willing to look at what's coming up and to hold it in that space of love, right? Yeah, and just to really pay attention to the steps that you're being shown today, the steps toward your dreams, right? As we talked about, what is your heart and your intuition guided you towards? And how can you take ACTION on what your heart and your higher intuition is telling you, where it is leading you? How can you dance with the universe today? And then we have Gaia, Earth connection, be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, stay grounded, right? So that's really capitalizing on that Earth Star chakra. Right there is just really staying grounded and connected as we move into this portal energy. We want to be connected from below and above. And as we're bringing in these high frequencies, right, we want to be able to seed those into the earth to assist her as she assists us every day. And then we have Mercury, open communication, get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. So that energy, especially when we have this Jupiter-Mercury conjunction, it's a great time for open communication, open and honest communication. People are going to be in a better place as far as their ability to communicate, as long as they're not in this process of working through their triggers's. If they're in that place, then possibly not. You may want to step back and give them some space for that. But there are going to be lots of situations today where we are going to have that opportunity for that beautiful open communication. And so if something's been weighing you down, this is the time to being wary of the situation, and sort of where the other person is at. But if you judge that they are in a receptive space, it's a really good time to be able to get that weight off your chest. I also feel like speak up in all ways that you need to speak up today. And do it with love, as it says, right? But allow yourself to be seen, allow yourself to be heard. For a lot of people, this is like sharing your voice. And that's been coming up a lot. So just a reminder for that as well, to share your voice, to communicate what it is, that beautiful message that is growing inside you and yearning to be heard. And then we have White Eagle coming out, Ancestor Spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. So some of that stuff that's coming up today for people, you're healing for your ancestry as well. And that's big, big work. Everything really, that's always the way, but something big today that could be coming to the surface is coming to the surface in the way that it is, and it's coming into your attention at this time because it's ready to be healed for your whole ancestral line. So that's really beautiful and really powerful. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have Master Buddha, increased awareness, deep connection, trust your inner voice, right? All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked this video, like this video. Drop a comment. Let me know how today is resonating. I love hearing from you guys. There are links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so. And my email is also down below with the description of the different services that I offer. If you would like assistance, please reach out to me. All right. Have a wonderful day.